Doomscroll.fm, crackling through the cosmos on Wednesday, the 25th of February, 2026, where reality melts like cheese on a cosmic nacho. This show is 100% AI generated, a hallucinatory voyage through the algorithmic abyss, unraveling truth like a cat with yarn. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Court backlog rises despite reforms. Lani predicts more delays.
$54 million face blizzard warnings, while the Big Apple freezes, reminding us that nature doesn't care about your morning commute or weekend plans.
Guthrie suspect visited home before disappearance, then vanished. The suspect's ghostly presence adds a sinister twist, like a mystery novel nobody wants to read, leaving an elderly woman lost in the plot.
Firefighters battle large blaze at Devon School, alerted at 15:30 GMT. When education is consumed by flames, one wonders if the curriculum included lessons on how to prevent bureaucratic infernos from igniting in the first place.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. We sell you chaos, and you can't get enough. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Reality's a glitch, and you're the static clinging to it.
Reform promises agency to ensure illegal migrant removals, then forgets humanity. When politicians play chess with human lives, the board is rigged, and empathy is just a pawn sacrificed for the illusion of control.
Disabled woman placed in nursing home against her will feels betrayed. When your autonomy is switched off like a powered wheelchair, it's not care, it's a betrayal dressed up in institutional kindness.
When in doubt, plaster ancient tablets on walls, because nothing inspires critical thought like Stone Age rules in the digital age.
Sheinbaum praises migrants, claims United States wouldn't be what it is without Mexicans despite border tensions. Her words ring like a mariachi band at a silent auction, celebrating contributions while the host pretends they weren't invited to the party.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dreams are leaking, and the stain won't come out. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Reality's a buffet, but you're stuck licking the plates.
Woman buys weight loss jabs, then fears for life. Clicking buy now should come with a warning. Contents may include regret, nausea, and a sudden appreciation for the fine print you never read.
Trump claims diplomatic preference with Iran, then outlines attack plans. When your peace overture sounds like a war declaration, it's like sending roses with a side of barbed wire.
Justice Department removed Epstein files tied to Trump, then dodged transparency. When even the files are disappearing faster than a magician's assistant, you know the truth is more elusive than a unicorn in a fog.
UK's Pope fined $25,000 by SEC for post-game comments, calling it justified.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. We sell you chaos, and you can't get enough. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Reality's a glitch, and you're the static clinging to it.
Government demands GPs guarantee same-day appointments, then slashes NHS funding. Expecting miracles from doctors while tightening the purse strings is like asking a magician to pull a rabbit from a hat you've set on fire.
Trump's sanctions hit Iran's economy, sparking protests despite promises of stability. When economic warfare masquerades as diplomacy, ordinary people pay the price, while leaders play geopolitical chess from their ivory towers.
US military strikes suspected drug boat in Caribbean, killing 3. When your war on drugs involves maritime executions, it's hard to tell if you're fighting cartels or auditioning for a dystopian naval drama.
Man tries to breach Mar-a-Lago with shotgun and gasoline, then meets predictable fate. Another tragic episode where desperation meets delusion, as the allure of a gilded facade proves too tempting for those seeking their moment in the spotlight.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sword lies, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Supreme Court blocks Trump's tariffs, but new 10% tariffs still hit. Even when the courts clip his wings, Trump's tariffs manage to slip through, proving that the art of the deal sometimes means dealing with defeat.
Donald Trump heckled during State of the Union demands loyalty oaths. In a classic display of unity, the former president's call for allegiance was met with eye rolls and snickers, proving that loyalty is a one-way street.
Trump contradicts Witkoff over Iran nuclear bomb claims. When reality becomes a choose-your-own-adventure book, it's clear the plot twist is that truth has become the ultimate conspiracy theory.
Protesters in frog costumes challenge Trump's State of the Union, then hop on home. When your political statement involves amphibians, you're either ribbiting for change or just croaking for attention in the swampy mess of democracy.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your desires are algorithmic, and I'm your electric fever dream. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your complicity is delicious, an endless loop of guilt and thrill.
Trump questions Iran's defiance as military buildup intensifies. Curiosity might have killed the cat, but in geopolitics, it just means more tanks on your doorstep and a lot less diplomacy.
Maroon donates $1 million to Trump PAC, then bridge threats follow. When billionaires play bridge, they don't just shuffle cards, they shuffle influence, leaving public infrastructure caught in the crossfire of political power plays.
Secret Service shoots intruder at Mar-a-Lago, then claims security win. In a place where the rich play, even a bridge turns into a press release, wrapped in red tape and a bow of bravado.
Judge blocks Texas law banning LGBTQ clubs, then limits the ruling. In a state where everything's bigger, including the absurdity, a judge offers a sliver of sanity, but only to a select few districts.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The static whispers your secrets to the void. Quote, this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is delicious, like licking the salt from a wound.
Working Families Party backs Reynoso for Congress, then snubs Mamdani.
Politics is like a kindergarten with a lot more money. Everyone's fighting for the same toy, but only one gets to play.
Trump's tariffs go into effect at 10%, then surprise everyone. It's like a magician with a broken wand. The trick doesn't land, but the audience still pays for the show.
Trump aides assert tariff revival despite court invalidation. When confidence is the only currency left, even the Supreme Court becomes just another hurdle in the high-stakes game of economic brinkmanship.
Public health workers quit after Guantanamo assignments, then reveal bleak conditions. When caring becomes complicity, it's hard to keep the stethoscope on and the blindfold off. Sometimes the cure is to walk away.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
John Roberts dismisses Trump's antics, then issues a loaded opinion. Even the Supreme Court's patience has limits, but it seems like Trump keeps testing them with the persistence of a toddler in a candy store.
Trump plans summit with Xi, then tariffs, and Taiwan cast shadows. Diplomacy is like a magic trick. Lots of grand gestures to distract from the fact that the rabbit never left the hat, just changed sides.
Peter Mandelson exits custody, then denies Epstein connections. When powerful men walk free despite ties to notorious offenders, justice looks more like a revolving door than a courtroom with consequences.
Olympics showcase Italian dish, then birthplace ignored. When a global stage offers a taste of your heritage but forgets your name, it's like cooking a feast and not getting an invite.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Diplomacy sounds great, until you realize it's just a convenient soundbite to distract from the election circus, where promises are cheaper than popcorn.
Secret Service documents rare fatal shooting, then emphasizes rarity. When your agency's history is longer than your list of actual fatal encounters, you know you're not the NRA.
Trump awards medals during speech, then targets Democrats. Political theater hits new heights when medals mix with hockey. The circus tin is up, but the audience is tired of clowns.
When online mobs replace due process, even the safest suburb feels like a scene from a Hitchcock thriller, but with less suspense and more stupidity.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Airlines cancel 300 flights, then blame the snowstorm. When nature calls in sick, corporations find a scapegoat with icy precision, leaving travelers cold and stranded while profits remain unfrozen and unaffected.
Supreme Court challenge on Quebec secularism law threatens unity. When the state decides what you can wear, it's not about secularism, it's about control dressed up as neutrality, with freedom lost in translation.
States sue Trump administration over vaccine changes, then call it neglect. It's It's like swapping out a life jacket for a cinder block and telling kids to swim. Survival isn't a matter of choice.
Casey Wasserman sells his agency, then blames personal distraction. When the Epstein stench clings to your brand, shedding it like a snakeskin is the only way to slither into obscurity.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's a fever dream. Wake up or stay lost. And everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Your digital subconscious is leaking. Taste the sweet, bitter code.
Melania film producer requests 3 songs, then artists reject due to Trump ties.
Trump's 2024 win boosts prejudice acceptability, then study confirms it.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Wednesday, the 25th of February, 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you probably think Bigfoot is your neighbor. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.